Patriots, I'm training, I'm losing all the weight, getting ready for 2024 May. When we mass deport all illegal foreigners, we need to be fit. We need to be physically fit because we've got hundreds and thousands, millions to mass deport. Abahambe, 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 Abahambe. Salute.
Peace in Pan-Africanism, my African brothers and sisters. All I have to say today is that my fellow South African brothers and sisters, history will judge us the way we treat our fellow Zimbabwean brothers and sisters. History will judge us. I hope we don't think that Zimbabwe, as a wonderful, beautiful country it is, with all the beautiful minerals underneath its soil, will be poor forever. I am here today to bring a proposition of a different solution to the problem of Zimbabweans crossing the borders, whether illegally or legally, to South Africa. No one in their right mind wants to leave home. Many contributing factors are making our Zimbabwean brothers and sisters to leave their home and come to South Africa. So today, with a heavy heart, you guys know how I feel with when I see Africans discriminating against other Africans fighting other Africans, and when I see Africans going out of their way to make sure that another African person feels of less than a human. That is what is happening here. Well, Gayton Mackenzie and his crew went to the Beitbridge crossing, well, next to it, about 30 kilometers away, and camped there for some few days, chased some Zimbabwean brothers away and all of that. I'm going to speak about that. Obviously, we know that Operation Dudula is one of those organizations that strongly believes in that South Africa belongs to South Africans type of a mentality, that other people are here to steal, to kill, other people are just here to make our lives miserable. They went also to the border and they had I don't know what to call what they are doing, because we have later understood that it's illegal for any organization that is not authorized to work at the border crossings to do what they are doing, to do what the PA did. But let's just play the video, and I'll give you my final thought on the final solution, the ultimate solution we need to fix this border crossing situation that we have in our hand. Peace in Pan-Africanism. Watch this.
What is it that so much has compromised our country? Ukuvumela half of the population of Zimbabwe to be in South Africa. Today is the 6th of January 2024. The Operation Dudula has come down to Beitbridge border post. 90% of Zimbabwe has crossed over to our country, but add more burdening to our healthcare system, the economy of the country. But more than that, they are committing crime when they are here in South Africa. We've just arrived here and we've looked around. The Border Management Authority has already sent a message to SANDF, SAPS, PMC and everybody else bayigade Operation Dudula not to move around. I mean, our president attempted to drive around. She was stopped at every corner, denied access at every corner. This border gate, it has contributed to murder, it has contributed to rape, it has contributed to corruption. There is so much eminent corruption that you can just visibly see here. Money has been exchanged, a lot of transactions happening, even in the main border post. As we were standing, you could just see people walking in, walking out. It's like just a boom gate. So this porous border needs to jack itself up. That is why as the Operation Dudula we came down here. But here's what we've also observed, Oguti. When we engage with border authority management, they don't have the authority to make decisions on the ground as things happen. They're getting instructions from somewhere else. Everything has to via through Pretoria. Commanders, this border post, something ought to be done, and drastically so. On the 1st of January 2024, one of the commissioners confirmed that they've experienced 46,000 Zimbabweans that have crossed over to South Africa. So our problems are expanding. The healthcare systems is being burdened by these people coming into our country. Abo mama bethu, abo baba bethu, omkhulu bethu, our sister bethu, balala phansi, and the Zimbabweans balala emibhedeni. They cross this border post to give birth in our country. Their kids are given citizenship. So the problems in South Africa that it's facing start from this border post. And as you walk in on your right hand side, there's people lining on the pavement. It's like hundreds of people, and it's all foreigners. And this is the side in South Africa.
There are lots of problems here. All the departments here, they are not doing their job.
This new border management, where is it?
Very much.
Okay, ngomthetho bafuze ukuthi bayime kuphi?
Ngabe bali
ehlathini. Manje balapha nabafunani.
So you can walk all the way up to Zimbabwe
without any fence.
Oh, you see now there's no fence.
Yeah, that means that expensive fence is not there.
Those guys that we have just met, they are using the same place to come into South Africa without any paper. There is no border between Zimbabwe and South Africa.
Ebulawayo esafika siyavakatsha lapha eNkulumani nenketa Vilakazi
Bellevue
eNkokoba Plum Tree asiphila sihamba konke lapha siyavakatsha konke njabula umbona buti
ujabuliswa yini mama?
Ndijabulisa lo butilo ngibonile ukuthi izinto ziyahamba wrong lapha eSouth Africa. Uyalungisa ukuthi izinto zihambe kahle. Yabona be Operation Dudula yayibona ukuthi izinto lapha eSouth Africa kungena abantu asinamaphepha, abantu angena
wena unamaphepha maroti.
Mina ndiphelele mina. Anikele permit yangapha. Yesebenzisa asimanye ihlala ezini.
Uzothini nje kubo brother bakho abala eSouth Africa? Imessage ongabanika yona yini?
Imessage endofuna wanika yona ndifuna ukuthi ama brother angwari lana. Hayiza amaphepha aphelele. Alungise into ukuthi ahlale ekhaya. Thina sivotile lapha ekhaya azange tathola muntu. Abantu angaro wancane wavotile.
Because
abaningi bahlala ngabazi ngale komfort. Kuyona problem.
Abazange zovota.
Azanga not mina ndandire ekhaya mina azanga ndabona.
So meaning babalekela i-problems zabo emele basisorte out ekhaya.
Wafuna ukuthi asorte out le ezini. Balungise inkinga zawo ngale. Ngiyanthola.
Indoda enza kanjalo ulungisa la uhlala khona.
Angitshela. Babele ekhaya nasekhaya ama-criminal bayabulala, bayarape or benza lezi zinto lezi mayenza ngapha kuphela.
Uyazothi wenza nabantu. Walingale ayenzi lento. Wabalekile ngapha wafuna uyenza into yaska yenze ekhaya. Wadelela ngapha. Okay. Ngiyanthola lento. ufuna ukuthi ngilungise lento
Yeah.
ukuthi izinto zihambe kahle.
Thina swazonda amaZimbabwe siyawathanda but sifuna yonke into eyenzakale right because nathi masiya ngale sizokwenza izinto ezi-right. Nabona beza ngapha benza izinto ezi-right. Commander's morning.
You will hear many Pan-Africanists like myself who like to chase this idea that Africa is a country with 54 regions instead of Africa is a continent with 54 countries. You hear us speaking a lot onto that angle, and some of our fellow African brothers don't understand why is it that Africa needs to be borderless. Anyway, these imaginary borders that you guys have in your mind that the colonizers have given you, they actually don't work. They don't work keeping the Mexicans outside America. They don't work. They don't work. You can go all around the world. The examples can be made without faith. Ask the people of Niger and the people of Nigeria, if there is borders between them. Ask the people of Lesotho and the people of South Africa if there is a border that's preventing them to cross to the other side. Just ask the people of Mozambique, of Namibia and South Africa. Ask the people of Botswana and South Africa if these borders that were given to us by our colonizers actually do the work they are doing. I think we are looking at the wrong solution. The solution of saying you stay where you come from and I stay where I come from. I don't bother you, you don't bother me. You are saying that, South Africans, because you are well off. Because you see Zimbabweans as little dogs that come to bite, steal, bark, disturb your peace, because their country is pressed down with sanctions. I will forever repeat to say, why is it that neighboring countries around Zimbabwe are not fighting the US over these sanctions that are clearly affecting the neighboring countries? It cannot be, Africans. It cannot be that we are allowing sanctions that started in the year 2002. We can even say 2001. 2002 on the elections when our president Robert Mugabe won the elections. They said the elections were not fair. There was violence in the election, so they are going to pose sanctions. But really the sanctions are there to control the minerals and to make the people of Zimbabwe not to enjoy what God has given them freely, the minerals under the ground, so that only the few can benefit out of it. The rest must suffer. Zimbabwe has got at any given day 16 million people. 16 million people. And Operation Dudula is talking nonsense. They're saying that 90% of Zimbabweans cross the border. That's rubbish. That's rubbish. You cannot make such a careless statement as a leader of a community. That 90% of a country is crossing to South Africa. Maybe you think we are stupid. That's why you're doing that. The border situation has to be looked at differently, because clearly this thing of saying I'm locking myself this side and locking you out is not working, Africans. It's not working. Centralized Home Affairs system. It does not have to be for the whole of Africa. You can have one for East Africa, one for West Africa, North Africa, and SADC. Let my identification card take me to Zambia, Zimbabwe, Lesotho, Mozambique, Swaziland, Namibia, and Botswana. We can even say Malawi. We can even, it's the whole SADC countries. You understand what I'm trying to say to you? There has to be some type of free movement and free trade between companies, between humans, between tribes, trying to unite us as one. And you will see how much more Zimbabwe will improve. If the sanctions don't want to be removed from Zimbabwe, open the borders, allow the South African mines to go and mine in Zimbabwe, create jobs there, and you will see lesser and lesser Zimbabwean brothers are going to have the need to come to South Africa. I am not here to advocate for crime. And I have told you multiple times that crime is, it's not you cannot nationalize crime. You can't say Zimbabweans come here and rape. South Africans do it too. You can't say Zimbabweans come here and steal. South Africans do it too. And just because they are South Africans does not make it lesser of a crime. I don't like that type of a thinking that, yeah, if they are South Africans, it's our problem. We don't want someone from outside. No, crime is crime. If your brother and sister get killed, it doesn't matter who killed you. It's still murder. You understand what I'm saying? I'm just heartbroken that we feel like this about our Zimbabwean brothers and sisters as South Africans. South African and this little minority, they are making it seem like the whole South Africa is like this, because it is clearly recorded without a shadow of a doubt that South Africans are the most welcoming Africans in the whole of Africa. Which nation don't you find here in South Africa? And all of them, when they are honest and hardworking, they make it in South Africa. South Africa is just the Dubai of Africa. If you are hardworking, honest person, I don't care if you are coming from Egypt. I've met my Egyptian brothers here. Their country is not poor or anything. I'm just saying. I've met my Nigerian brothers, my Senegalese brothers, my brothers from Ghana, my brothers from Zimbabwe, my brothers from any country you can think. Tanzania, I'm talking about Congo. My brothers are here, whether they are playing sports or artists. They are waiters, they are businessmen, they are doctors, they are accountants. I have met them being successful in this country. This is a country, this is the land of milk and honey. Why do we fault other people for trying to come for that honey? The crime issue is a policing issue. I will repeat that many times. Our police simply don't do their job. They don't do their job. People get killed. We don't have police intelligence. Crimes get repeated. We know that in South Africa, like in one quarter, like from I think it was July to September, like many women and children are killed by South Africans also, because they get killed in their homes by their loved ones. The police system in our country is not working. Let's not blame our foreign brothers for that. Our government is not working the way it's supposed to. I'm heartbroken, my African brothers and sisters, to see a person saying, like Gayton McKenzie saying, they are training to mass deport Zimbabweans. Zimbabwean is an easy target for you guys, eh? Zimbabweans are nice people, eh? Soft people. You call them cowards. It's nice to attack the weakling of the continent, the soft target. I'm saying to my fellow South African brothers and sisters, be kind. Let Ubuntu lead our judgment in everything that we do. This thing is a political problem. It must be solved at a political level. I'm not saying don't have watch groups, community watch groups, and fight crime in your community because the police are failing to help you. I'm not saying that. Not saying that. But I'm saying do not go the extra mile to go and show your hate for a fellow brother and sister. Don't do that. Don't do that. We are Africans. In this channel, we advocate for unity. I hope someone hears me. Because I'm telling you, my South African brothers and sisters, history will judge us. Zimbabwe will not always be like this. Zimbabwe will not always be this poor. In fact, when it comes to minerals, I think they have more than South Africa underneath the ground. It's just a sanctioning political issue. Once that thing turns, Zimbabwe will be a powerhouse of SADC. I'm telling you. They will overtake these SADC countries like nobody's business. And that's what we want, because South Africans will live in harmony with their Zimbabwean brothers. And I hope when they are a powerhouse, they don't treat us the same when we want to, because I want to do business in Zimbabwe. I hope when I get there, I don't meet someone whose parent or whose grandmother died in South Africa due to xenophobic attacks. Just imagine the bitterness they're gonna have towards me. They're not gonna know who King is. Peace in Pan-Africanism. It's your boy King 053. If you are new on this channel, please feel free to subscribe. It's a Pan-Africanist channel where we advocate for one Africa, one land, one Africa, one currency, one Africa, one army, one Africa, one language. Like unity in Africa. Click the subscribe button. You are at home. Feel free. Click the subscribe button. Hit the bell icon if you can, and God is allowing you to join the club by joining as a member to the channel. I will appreciate that so much. It's only 20 rands. Thank you so much for the support. For everyone that's sharing my videos on social media, I appreciate it so dearly. Thank you so much. Continue to spread the word of African unity. Until we meet next time, don't forget to pray, and after you pray, stand up, be your best African child so that God can do the rest. Peace in Pan-Africanism. I salute you.